Alright guys, and welcome to Group B preview for Euro 2012. I nearly said Euro 2008 then. I'm not exactly entirely sure when this video will get out. I hope it is out on the Monday, but I'm out all day on the Monday, so I don't know when I can get it out possibly. I mean, hopefully Monday night, but again, I'm not too sure. It could come out really late Monday night, so yeah. Hopefully I will be able to get it out Monday, but like I said, I do apologise for whatever time this video has been uploaded. So yeah, I've got Netherlands, Denmark, Germany and Portugal in this preview, and yeah, it's an incredible group really when you think about it. So yeah, I'm just going to crack straight on with it right here, right now. And yeah, Netherlands in 2008, they topped the group with 9 points, beating Italy, France and Romania. They then came up short against Russia in the quarterfinals, as you well know if you saw the Group A preview, where they lost 3-1 in extra time. So in 2010, the World Cup, again they won all three of their group games like they did in Euro 2008, to progress into the first knockout round where they beat Slovakia 2-1. They then beat Brazil 2-1 in the quarterfinals as well, and Uruguay 3-2 in the semi-finals, before Paul the Octopus predicted that Spain would beat them in the final, and they did. 1-0 with an Iniesta goal in extra time. So that means that they currently sit 4th in the world rankings between Uruguay and Portugal, who are also in their group. And their average age works out to be 27 years old, with Jetro Willems, the youngest, who is 18, and Mark van Bommel, who is 35, the oldest. Bert van Moordijk, I might have pronounced that wrong, is their manager. He was born in the Netherlands and is 60 years old. He has worked his way up the Dutch leagues before finally getting a job at Feyenoord in 2000. He then left in 2004 to join Borussia Dortmund for 2 years before heading back to Feyenoord for a season, after which his country came calling in 2008 after the European Championships. So not only did he lead Netherlands to a runners-up medal in the last World Cup, he also led Feyenoord to a UEFA Cup winners medal in 2002. So, PSV's central midfielder Mark van Bommel is the current captain of the Netherlands. He has played 74 times for them, scoring on 10 occasions during his club career. He has experienced some of the best teams and leagues in the world, having played for PSV, Barcelona, where he was part of the squad that won the Champions League in 2006, beating Arsenal 2-1, and AC Milan. He's also played for AC Milan and Bayern Munich. He has also played the full 120 minutes in the World Cup final, which is quite impressive because he'll have been like 33 at that age, at that moment in time, I think. So, you know, sometimes old players can really struggle, especially in a massive game like that. But yeah, the key player for me in the Netherlands side is probably got to be Robin van Persie. He has had an amazing season at Arsenal and an amazing year, scoring a total of 37 goals this season. He really is an all-round striker, and you know it's not often you come across them. I mean, like, I think probably Alan Shearer was one. I'm quite young, I don't really know many others that you can class as an all-round striker, but yeah, definitely, probably even Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, he can score with his head, either foot, and from set pieces as well. You have to feel that if Van Persie performs, then the Netherlands will perform as well, because sometimes, I'm not going to say a player can carry a team, but it has been known to happen. So yeah, he was also part of Bert van Moordijk's, again with the pronunciations, Feyenoord team that won the UEFA Cup in 2002 on home soil, beating Borussia Dortmund 3-2. And even though they are the World Cup runners-up and the third best team in Europe, I honestly don't think the Netherlands will qualify out of the group. They are in the group of death easily, with Denmark, Portugal and Germany. And even with the quality players like Robben, Van Persie and Schneider, I think they will struggle to top Germany and Portugal. So moving on to Denmark, now they didn't qualify for the 2008 European Championships. It was the first time in 6 tournaments that they hadn't done that, and they came 3rd in the group in their 2010 World Cup, picking up 3 points against Cameroon, another African team that didn't impress in their home continent, which, you know, came as a bit of a surprise to everyone personally. I mean, especially me, I really tipped African teams to do really well in that. But yeah, they currently sit 10th in the world rankings between Argentina and Russia. The average age of the squad is 27, the same as the Netherlands, the youngest being George Okore, who is 19, and the oldest being Dennis Romadol at the age of 33. So the manager, Martin Olsen, has been in charge of the Danes since the start of the millennium back in 2000, taking charge of over 100 games before this, he was in charge at Brøndby Cologne and Ajax. He has taken them to 2 World Cups and 1 European Championship, and making his debut for the nation in 2005, the captain Daniel Agger has become a key figure of the Danish squad, but has sorry guys, I'm completely losing my words here, but has been restricted due to injury problems. He started his professional career at Brøndby. After 2 seasons, he signed for Liverpool and has made 165 appearances for them, scoring 8 goals, 1 or 2 of them being absolutely worldly shots. I mean, like from free kicks and just long range ones like 30-35 yards, which is quite impressive for a centre half. You could look at keepers for who will be the key player, because Olsen has chosen not to take Thomas Sorensen. Instead, he has 3 keepers who between them have got just 15 appearances for the national team. But I'm not going to be looking at them. I am looking at the midfield. I am looking at the youngest player from the 2010 World Cup. I am looking at Christian Eriksen. Currently playing his trade in the Dutch league with Ajax, he has made 22 appearances for his home country at the age of just 20, and in 3 seasons has made 35 assists for Ajax, 21 of them coming this season. So for me, in an incredibly tough group, he could actually open up the defences of some of the world's best teams and give Denmark that little glimmer of hope that they actually do need when you look at, Germany, Netherlands and Portugal, who they're going to come up against. So I think the Danes have a really good squad. They've just been drawn the very, very, very short straw with the group they have. There's only one place I can see them coming, and unfortunately I think that is bottom of the group. This does not mean they aren't a good side, though they just haven't got the quality that the other 3 teams possess, and I do feel sorry for them because I do enjoy watching them. And for some reason I have a bit of a love affection for FC Copenhagen as well. Whenever they're in the Champions League, I just like to stick them on and watch them and hope that they do well. So yeah, we'll move on to Germany now, and in 2008 they came runners-up in the group stage and in the tournament as well. They came runners-up to Croatia in the group stages and Spain in the final. In 2010 they came 3rd in the World Cup, beating Uruguay 3-2 in the 3rd place playoff, and were the top goal scorers in the competition with 16 goals, 8 of them equally shared in the games against England and Argentina, but let's not go there. So they are currently 6th in the world rankings, which get updated on the 6th of June, by the way. I didn't notice that. I knew they were updated once a month, but my friend pointed it out to me this morning. He was like, I was watching your video last night, and just to let you know that the world rankings are updated. So, fair enough to him for pointing that out, and thank you for doing that as well. That'll be Ali13. So between Spain and Uruguay, that is where they currently sit. Sorry, I completely lost my track then. So yeah, average age stands at 24, which is the lowest in the tournament if I remember correctly. The youngest player is Mario Götze, who is 20 years old, and their oldest player is Miroslav Klose, who is 33 years old. Their manager, Joachim Löw, who is German and aged 62, was the assistant manager to Jürgen Klinsmann before taking over as the manager after the 2006 World Cup. He led them to the final of the 2008 European Championship and to 3rd place in the last World Cup. Interestingly, he has only chosen to take 3 or 4 forwards to Poland and Ukraine, which is, a little bit odd to a certain extent, but I suppose it's kind of how Germany play, and a lot of their midfielders could technically play as strikers. So yeah, we'll move on to the captain, Philipp Lahm, currently plays for Bayern Munich, where he has been all his career, apart from a 2-year loan spell at Stuttgart. He has had one of the longest seasons in his career, playing a total of 50 games, including the Champions League final and the DFB Pokal final, which is the German Cup. Unfortunately, though, he came runner-up in both of those, and the Bundesliga, losing out to Chelsea and then Borussia Dortmund twice. He has, however, made the All-Star team in the last 3 major tournaments: the 2010 World Cup, the 2008 European Championship, and the 2006 World Cup. So for me, the key player of Germany will be Thomas Müller. He can play either as a midfielder or a striker and has featured in 53 of Bayern Munich's games this season. But like Philipp Lahm has come runners-up in the league and the 2 finals that he has featured in. He started in the last World Cup for Germany, picking up the Young Player of the Tournament and the Golden Boot award, scoring 5 goals and assisting 3, which won him the Golden Boot because Diego Forlan, Wesley Sneijder and David Villa also scored 5 goals, but obviously when it's equal it then goes on to assists, which goes to Thomas Müller. So yeah, I think you could kind of class him as well as another all-round striker, but because he can play midfield, he seems to be slightly different to the likes of Alan Shearer and Robin van Persie. If you stuck them in midfield, it just wouldn't happen. So yeah, but I still think he will easily be their key player. So I think Germany will go all the way and win the tournament. They came close in 2008 and played some brilliant football in the last World Cup. Now they have a tournament. Now they have the tournament experience and the quality players to go all the way for me. And I'm going to say this now. I would honestly be surprised if they do not win it. I mean, like I said, I was talking to my friend again this morning, and he was just like, "Yeah, but what happens if Spain win it, or Portugal or France with the quality players?" I was like, "No, I just cannot see anybody but Germany winning it. The football they played in the World Cup was scintillating at times, and they just tore teams apart. Like England, they scored 4, and against Argentina, they then beat them 4-0. And yeah, like I say, I can't see anybody but Germany winning it. But anyway, we'll move on to Portugal now, and in Euro 2008, they topped Group A, but couldn't get past Germany in the quarterfinals, losing 3-2. In 2010, they came second in the group to Brazil, scoring 7 goals in the group, but they were all against North Korea, and they lost in their first knockout round to Spain 1-0. So interestingly, they played 4 games in the World Cup, but only scored in one of them, which was against North Korea. So a bit dubious there. They drew 0-0 in the other two group games. So they sit 5th in the world rankings behind the Netherlands and ahead of Brazil. The average age works out to be 27 again, with Nelson Oliveira being the youngest at 20 years old, and Ricardo Costa being the oldest at 31. Paul Bento is probably one of the youngest, if not the youngest manager, and probably has the least amount of managerial experience in the tournament, with just 7-8 years under his belt. He started off at Sporting Juniors before moving to Sporting for 4 years, and then Portugal in 2010 after the World Cup. His win percentage is very good though, standing at 60%, and has managed to win the Portuguese Cup twice with Sporting. Tom Daly's trainer for the Olympics is also Portugal's captain, Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, joking aside, I do remember when he was introduced to the Premier League, the commentator said, like, I think it was this exactly, but I obviously could be a few words wrong or something. He said, "We recognise the number, we recognise the name, but who the hell is he? We are about to find out." And what we found out is that he really is an all-round player. I mean, I've said that phrase so many times, all-round player, but all-round strikers, all-round players, whatever you want to say. For me, he's the second best in the world behind Messi, and he's also their key player as well as their captain. In his Real Madrid career, he has played 144 times for them and has scored an incredible 146 goals. I have never seen a record as good as that. Unfortunately, though, he can't replicate it on the international stage, but I do completely understand that it is a lot harder, and the games can be a lot more tense, especially when you're in quarterfinals, etc. So yeah, he scored 32 goals in 89 appearances, which is still, pretty impressive, and it all depends on which roles he plays as well, and how the team play, and the players around him. So yeah, in his entire career, he has a goals per game ratio of 0.54, which again is incredible. And if he replicates that in the Euros, he can probably take Portugal quite far. I don't even know where to begin, and he's on his list. He won everything with Manchester United, bar the UEFA Cup. But if you've won the Champions League, then do you really care about the UEFA Cup? And has already won the league and the Cup at Real Madrid. So Portugal are in an incredibly tough group, but I feel they have the quality to take them through ahead of Denmark and the Netherlands. They have some great players in their team like Nani, Ronaldo, Coentrao and Pepe. The list is longer than that, but you can see for yourself the quality on the screen that they do possess. So yeah, I mean, this group is easily the group of death, and I do apologise for getting a lot of my words mixed up and completely forgetting what I'm going to say at times in this episode. So yeah, again, I apologise for that. But I'm just going to wrap it up now, and I'm going to start off by saying I want to know how they have managed to get 4 of the top 10 world ranking teams in one group, because I think Denmark are 10th, and then I can't remember where the other 3 are, but they are like in the top 9 at that point, and I'm just amazed as to how that happens, because I know they put them in pots, so I'd like to know. I mean, I was looking through it earlier, and unless for some reason some of them have been, dropped down, if you like, I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, that is pretty impressive that 4 of the top 10 are in the group, and I am gutted to say that I will be missing the first round of the group matches in this, because I'm going to see Coldplay in Manchester. So yeah, that disappoints me, but I can record the games anyway and probably watch them later on, which I'm going to have to, because you can't miss out on group games like this. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Germany will go all the way and win it. I personally cannot see anybody else winning it. They just seem to tear teams apart at times, and yeah, I mean, although, like I said, although Netherlands did come runners-up in the World Cup, I can't actually see them getting out of the group game because group stage, because Portugal really are a quality team, and sometimes you feel that they don't always turn up in tournaments, but I think they will have the quality to take them through. And then again with Denmark, I just feel really sorry for them because coming up against Portugal, Germany, and who's the other team? I can't remember. Portugal, Germany, and Netherlands. That's it. Coming up against them, they must fear for the worst. I mean, I think it might have been I think it might have been Denmark that won it in like 1992 or something, and one of their players, because I think they got into the tournament through a wild card, and one of their players said that they stood no chance in doing anything. So I think he decided to take the summer holiday, and did not go to the European Championships, even though he would have been called. He was called up and just refused because he said that they had no chance of doing anything, and they actually ended up winning it. So yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I remember watching a program about it not long ago. So yeah, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, obviously. But yeah, anyway guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, thank you for your support on the last video, and I hope you support this video as much as the last one, because yet again, hours of research has gone into this, and I will make sure I get Group C and Group D out before the actual tournament starts. So yeah, anyway guys, as always, thank you so much for liking and subscribing if you do, and I will see you next episode. So yeah, peace out guys.